Hello students, today I am going to begin AC circuits of 12th standard. The reason being the board exams having postponed and also we don't know it's going to be cancelled. I thought that if we focus on the later topics like AC circuits, that would be better. So today in this video I shall begin with the basics of AC circuit. Now what is an AC circuit? AC, alternating. Okay, so let me begin the video with AC circuits. Okay, now AC circuits, some people will say circuit, okay, but I call it circuit. Okay, AC circuits, alternating current. What do you mean by alternating current? We studied in the previous chapter electromagnetic induction how AC generator generates alternating current. An alternating current is a current which varies with the time, and if this axis represents the time and if this axis represents the current is having variation. With the time it goes up and down. It has a positive amplitude and a negative amplitude, which you call it as a cycle. So you will find that when there is a cycle, naturally there is a frequency and time period. So this is called positive half cycle and this is called negative half cycle. So if I don't take current here, I can take voltage also, potential difference. The potential difference in olden days we said EMF epsilon, but I am going to use potential difference or voltage. So voltage can be from 0 a positive value or it can be a negative value. So what is the value of potential difference? This curve in mathematics is called a sine curve. Okay, trigonometry you have studied. Okay, this is called a sine curve. Or the wave is sinusoidal. The wave is sinusoidal. It varies sinusoidally. We can use the word it varies sinusoidally. So what is the potential difference V for a AC circuit? For a AC circuit, we will have V is equal to V0 sine omega t, where omega is equal to 2 pi nu. Omega is called angular frequency and nu is the actual or natural frequency. Okay, so these are very important points which we have to keep it in mind. And if I wanted to write current, I is equal to I0 sine omega t. You see, both the potential difference, voltage or EMF, and the current varies sinusoidally as a sine curve, right? It is going up here till this it is 180 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and this is 360 degree. This is the basic curve and this is a sine curve. Now what we are going to do with this idea, now what are these factors represents? V0. What is V0? V0 is called peak value, right? Now when it is varying, you see this is the maximum value it is going to have and that is called V0. And here the negative side is also going to be having the same value, negative V0. Yeah, positive and negative. V0 is called peak value and this I0 is referred to as again peak value or peak current. You can call it as peak current and that you can call it as peak voltage. That is the maximum voltage. Now what is this V and what is this I? This V and I is actually called really RMS value. IRMS value. Now what is this RMS value is all about? What is RMS value? Yes, before alternating current, we also studied about Ohm's law and something called direct current DC. What is a DC? A cell offers you direct current. That is the current which is not going to vary with the time. That is a steady current. Okay. So if I want to draw a graph for a DC current, what I do, it is not a sine curve, it is a steady current. Okay. Now I have a battery or a cell, and with the time I mark it, I'll find that 3-volt battery, it will give always 3 volt. And after some time it will lose its thing and that will go off. That's a different thing. You have to throw it or recharge it. So current is there, current will remain constant, and that is called steady current or direct current. Direct current means, oh, this is also direct. No. In physics, the word is direct means it is not changing with time. And alternating means it alternates, changes with the time. What you get in the switchboard here, in the houses and all, that we get is AC or alternating current. Keep this in mind, okay? Whenever you get it from the switchboard, you switch on the fan and all that, because it has a high value. DC usually is a small value what we use it, that is around 3 volt, 6 volt, 12 volt. Higher voltage is also possible with DC, but we prefer AC. That we will see it later why. Right. Now, so I hope you understand. I say RMS value. It means root mean square value. Don't get confused with the words and all. Yeah, at this stage, AC circuit should not be in your syllabus, but it is there. So I would like to teach you in a very simple way. Right. What is root mean square value? Yes, root mean square value means you make a resistance. Now, current is going to be allowed to flow through, and I am going to connect a cell. Okay, now current is flowing through. When current is flowing through, it is supposed to increase the heat energy. It is going to supposed to produce heat energy. We know that according to Joule's heating effect, I squared RT is the heat produced. I supply a DC current and I check what is the heat produced, and I remove it and I put a AC source. We draw like this, and this refers to a AC source, and I am checking what is the heat produced by the AC, and that of the DC should be equal. And that value where the heat produced by both AC current and DC current are same, and that is called root mean square value. Root mean square value. Okay, sir, why should we learn all these things? So I will suggest you now you don't do complex things in this chapter. Fine. So I will only give you simple relationship. Vrms is equal to V naught upon root 2. Root means square, right? V naught is the peak value. Yes, you saw in the circuit the peak value. This is the peak value, right? V naught upon root 2. This can be written as 0.707. 1 upon root 2 value is this V naught. This will be useful for you any of the exams and all to quickly solve the problem. 707, right? This number is easy to remember. Now I write IRMS. IRMS is equal to I naught upon root 2, which is again 0.707 I naught. So this is the interrelationship between RMS value and the peak value, right? And what we get here, 220 volt we say, 230 volt we say, or 240 volt we say, they are all RMS value. You want to calculate the peak value, just to divide by root 2, then you will get the answer. Okay, so this is multiply by root 2. I am very sorry, you wanted to calculate the peak value, you need to multiply by root 2 with RMS value, you will get it, and I naught you will multiply. Okay, see here is I naught, that is IRMS value. Okay, so with this introduction, yeah, this is the basic introduction. I am not going to go deep into the tough questions and all. Yeah, a simple questions we are going to do. Yeah. Yes. Now what I am going to do, In AC circuit, whenever you study, you talk about LCR circuit. LCR circuit is series circuit. L, inductor. C, capacitor. R, resistor. What I am going to do first, I am going to take only resistor and connect a AC, and I am going to see how is it going to behave. For that, what you do, first we take a resistance R and we connect it to a AC source. Okay, this is the AC source. What will happen? Current is going to flow through. We know that V naught is equal to, V is equal to V naught sine omega t. We also know that current is equal to I naught sine omega t. In AC circuit, we are talking about sinusoidal waves, so we have got it. Now, let us go to Ohm's law. Resistance, Ohm's law. Okay, resistance is equal to V upon I. This is from Ohm's law. Now, let us substitute the values here. You get here V naught sine omega t divided by I naught sine omega t. Sine omega t goes. So, you have V naught upon I naught, that is R. What is omega? Omega is angular frequency, that is equal to 2 pi nu, where nu is the actual frequency or the natural frequency. Omega is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi, what is 2 pi? 360 degree angle, we are talking nu. Nu is the frequency. Frequency is 1 upon time period. So, keep it in mind here, resistance is equal to V naught upon I naught or V by I RMS value. Does it depend on the time? Does it depend on the time, the resistor? No, it does not depend on the time. Now we are going to show that in a small graph. First we will take a small graph and we are going to draw. So keep this in mind that R is equal to V by I, that is RMS value, which we have not studied previously. You know, in small classes, 10th and all, we did not learn that. At this point, in a higher level, we are learning V upon I naught. Remember, this is RMS value, RMS value. Okay, so you remember, this is the ratio which you have got because the sign factor has got terminated. So, sir, what about upon root 2? This is also upon root 2. So, root 2 gets cancelled. So, no problem. Both of them are ratio. Ratio, they will get cancelled. So, let me draw a graphical representation. First, let me draw a small sine curve. Let me take voltage here, okay, and time in the x-axis. So, let me draw a particular potential, yes, and I am drawing with the same, you should keep this in mind, you have to draw with the same amplitude. The amplitude should not change. Now, this represents actually V naught sine omega t. Why, sir? Because it is varying with the time, so sine omega t, V naught is the peak value, where V naught is the peak value. Okay. Now, I am going to draw for current. Okay. Let me draw for current. Let us say this is current, and I am going to draw. I am going to check it very carefully. Yes, and I am going to draw it now. I may draw something like this. When you do numericals, you will understand better that how am I choosing all this like this. Yes, this is same and this is also same, and this is the peak current I naught and this is the peak current I naught. Now look at it very carefully. Yeah, see, this is V naught, high peak value, this is positive, negative, no problem. Now the amplitude here for voltage is more and amplitude for current is more. This is less here, right? This is more and this is less. Now you allow the current and to pass through, then the voltage is giving the current, actually the source. Now what is the relation between current and voltage? For that we draw a single curve. Okay, we will draw a single curve. Let me erase all this stuff. Yeah, don't get confused at all. It's very easy. Only you need to little bit pay attention because you are learning it first time. So I am drawing a graph. Okay, waveform. Now I took voltage, right? Usually what I do, I draw a parallel line so that there is no error. Equal distance you take it, parallel, okay, and this is with respect to time. What does this represents? V naught sine omega t. And only when resistance is there, R is equal to V by I is equal to V naught upon I naught. So this is representing V naught. I superimpose current. How am I superimposing? You see what I am doing? Its magnitude was less, amplitude was less. So I take it like this, like this, like this, like this. I superimpose. I am drawing with dotted lines to show the difference between potential. You see, I have not changed the angle. I have not changed the angle. Only I have changed the peak value. This represents I naught sine omega t. Now sine omega t, V naught upon I naught, it has become. So these two curves are with the same angle, passing with the same angle. When they pass with the same angle, you say they are at phase. What do you say? They are at phase. Right? The phase is PHASE, not FACE. It is at the same phase. It is at the same phase. That means angle is not changing. 90, 90, then 180, 180, 270, 270, 360, 360. So they are at same phase, and so the value comes to be like this. You understand? They are at, you might have heard sometime, oh, phase is different. Oh, this phase is different, current has come. That phase is different, electricity is not there. Phase, different connection. And then here the phase is that angle. So keep this in mind, and I'll remind you again, all these angles we talk about is about 360 degree. And I told you for a wave, I will tell you, I will erase this, okay? You just to see this carefully, yeah? The curve, they are at phase with each other, or they are in the same phase, any word you can use, okay? That is for resistance, yeah. See, I will tell you here, this is the reference point, this is the circle I have drawn, the total is 360 degree. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, yeah, 90 degree, all this stuff, okay. So I will transfer this into a curve. Same circle, I transfer into a curve. See, from here to here, I can shift it here to here. And from here to here, which is in the below, right, I shift it like this, okay. So this becomes a positive and this becomes a below 0, it becomes negative. So the degree is 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree and 360 degree. So that is why 2 pi comes in the equation. This you have to keep it in mind. Okay, so the starting we have done AC circuits beginning, a very new concept to you. Learn only this today, and next video I will shoot with the inductor in the circuit, only inductor. This is only resistor. The next will be, instead of resistor, I will be drawing an inductor, and I am going to find out, are they at same phase? Are they going to be at same phase? That we will check it in the next equation. I will come with the next video for this. Do not worry. I want to tell you, do not worry so much about board exams. The coronavirus, the second wave is peaking, and they say third wave will be there. I know as students, I would like to call more as children. As children, you may think, oh my God, what will happen to the exam? Take it in the positive sense. You got more time. Enjoy. Enjoy all the subjects. Learn all electrostatics, current electricity, magnetic effects of current, magnetism, electromagnetic induction. Then come to AC circuits. Then you have electromagnetic waves, a small chapter. Then wave optics, ray optics, dual nature of matter, atoms and nuclei. And then you have atoms and nuclei. Then you have semiconductor devices, right? The physics part is very beautiful, what you learn, and you can revise it. I have short videos of 11th standard. Sometime you watch it if you are appearing for any of the exams. So when this kind of big problems are arising in the world, in 1918-19, you had Spanish flu, which also spoiled around 2 years of people's time and everything, and millions of people died. Similarly, Corona, COVID-19 also has causing havoc in the lives of people. But at this time, one should keep it in mind, we should stay safe. The one and the only thing is wearing the mask properly. Yes, it should cover the whole face, nose and all, and keeping a distance. Nowadays they say keep more distance. Even your friends are there, keep little far distance, because don't take it for granted. People think that, yeah, Corona was nothing, summer will come, it will go. No. Corona is a virus. It doesn't know rich and poor. It doesn't know what you will say, any caste and creed. It doesn't know any religion. Yeah, it doesn't know any nationality. Yeah. So remember, keeping yourself safe, keeping yourself positive, keeping yourself up. Watch some motivational videos. Right? Nothing is lost. I will tell you that. We all also studied 11th and 12th standard. And we also got some marks and then BSc and all these things. Yeah, in life it's okay. Something has happened. What can you do? What is not in our hand? I will complete with a small quotation. Yeah, by a famous mathematician and logical thinker, Bertrand Russell. Bertrand Russell. What did he say? He said, man is neither omnipotent, neither he is God, nor impotent, that he cannot do anything. Man is neither omnipotent nor impotent. He has to play the middle path, safe path. He is not God and he cannot do anything. It is also not there. Yes, you can tread a middle path and be calm and quiet. This is a time we can do wonders. Yeah, take care, be safe, and all the best to you.